Hello everyone, my name is Bhavesh Chakor and today's my video topic is data structures and algorithm. Starting with the data means any information. The information which is collected to perform some kind of operation and to uh, get out the actual get out the result or some information from the uh, collecting the data. Then data structure means it is a formulated way or formulated way to collect the data and store into the particular format. So, why it is necessary to store the data in a particular format? Because uh, nowadays a web application becoming more complex, more and more complex, and it includes the various data, and also it becomes the data rich, means multiple or lots of data is going to be stored or required in web application. So when if we are considering that if particular on a particular web application, in the backend the billion 1 million of the data, 1 million products data is stored. So at that time, the first thing is the searching through this data becomes difficult, because every time one search operation is performed, the entire operation will be performed on this 1 million data. Then second is the even if the processor is the much powerful or high speed, still it requires a more memory to process through this all the information. Then multiple searches, the thousands of users will search for the data at the same time, or uh, uh, even some with the some time distance, still it will impact a load on the server to search through all this data. So that's why, to avoid this problem, this data needed to be stored in a particular manner, so that the user will not feel a lag, and it will retrieve the data in a smooth manner. Now, this data structures have some classification. The first two types of data structures is the linear data structure and non-linear data structure. In the linear data structure, it classified into two types: the static data structure and dynamic data structure. So, the linear data structure means, here in the linear data structures, the value or the data is stored in the contiguous memory location, means in the linear format. So because of this, the iterating through this particular data is very easy. In the static data structure, the size of the particular data is a fixed. So once this size is declared, the elements or the data is stored accordingly. Its example is an array. Then second, that is dynamic data structure. So in the dynamic data structure, the size is not fixed. The size can be changed or updated during the runtime. So that is the difference between the static and dynamic. And some example of this dynamic is the stack or queue or linked list. Then moving on to the non-linear data structure part. In the non-linear data structure, unlike linear data structure, in this type of data structures, the data is not stored into the linear manner. It is stored into the random places of the memory. So because of this random memory location, we cannot traverse the whole data in one run, because the data is scattered all over the memory, and to collect the data from each of the memory location is a tough part. Some example of this type of data structure is a tree or a graph. So there the data structure is stored into the tree format. So that is, and the algorithm part is the some formula, calculated formula to retrieve the data, or to retrieve or perform some operations. Then some important operations on the data is the get retrieve data, then update this data, store the data into the database, and these are the primary operations that needs to be done. And that's it with the data structures and algorithm. Thank you.